here. Ooh, perfect. Back at Firefly. I have to really work on my editing skills, but yeah, we're back for a little bit of tournament poker. We have 2 weeks left of the season. So let me explain. So basically you do the season thing, and then the top 10 in points from both nights they play in like a big tournament, and then the top 10 go to an even bigger tournament, I think is how it works. So we're here. I'm hoping to seal I'm third right now. I'm hoping to get first for the venue, or at least bump up to second, so that way I can do another tournament called the Poker All-Stars. But I'm excited. I'm ready. I'll take you guys to the poker table and wish me luck. What is up, guys? So here's the first hand, A6 offsuit. So I like this hand. Always good early game having an ace. Of course, I'm going to call for 50. So not bad at all. Flop's going to come ace jack 2. And I'm not going to slow play nothing. I'm going to go ahead and bet the ace. And I'm going to bet about 150. Small little bet. And I'm playing against my buddy Chris. And I don't know what he had, but he's going to actually raise me here. And I think he says 300. So I end up putting in an extra 150 in there. So with an ace jack 2 board, not too bad at all. Top pair, not a good kicker, but, you know, I just don't think he's got an ace. I don't know what he's got. Maybe a jack. But we're going to get a turn, and the turn's going to be a 9 of diamonds. And I still think this is good for me to bet on. So I'm going to bet out 200 as a little blocker bet, because I just don't want him to blow me off my hand. And he'll usually call that. If I had checked, he probably would have sensed weakness and would have raised me up to like 600. But I think at 200, he's probably kind of like got a jack also. Or he's got a jack and I have the ace, obviously. But I think he's got something, maybe not nothing. So he definitely calls. We move the money to the middle. And then we're going to get a last card on the river. The river's going to be a 10. So right now, you know, queen and king gets there. But I don't think he's got queen and king. I feel like he would have raised me after that 9. But I'm going to bet out here, play aggressive, try to take this pot down. Maybe even make him think I got a straight. And I'm going to think about it for a while, and I'm going to put out 250, which is slightly more than my last bet, so he's got to know I'm strong, and end up winning. All right, guys, beautiful hand pre-flop. Ace-queen offsuit. It would have been better if it was suited, but you got to love ace-queen. So what's even more beautiful is I'm in the big blind. Like, talk about that. So I put, you know, I do 300 on top, or about 200 on top, I forget in the moment. And I'm actually going to get a lot of callers. So I'm pretty happy about that. I got a queen and an ace. And unfortunately, the beauty of poker is you can have a great hand pre-flop, but it doesn't mean you're going to have a great hand after the flop. So the flop is going to come in, and it's going to be 6, 4, 10, 2 clubs. Awful for me. I mean, theoretically, I guess I do have a high club card in my hand, but I just wish I hit a pair or something. I don't love this. I feel like the board's going to be a lot better for my opponents. I'm gonna do a little bet to try to, like a little blocker bet. I mean, I have 2 overcards, so that's not bad, but hoping to spike one of those 2 on the turn, and we'll see what happens on the turn, but not the worst play in the moment. I don't like checking, so I think I did the right thing in the moment. Maybe if I bet like 400, but I feel like they would have seen through that. But anyways, so the last guy's going to flop after he thinks about it. And I actually had gotten raised, I believe. Now that I look back at it, I forgot that, but probably my buddy Chris. So yeah, keep that in mind. He raised me. He raised me after my initial raise. So we're going to get a turn. Turn's going to be a 7 of spades, so the clubs don't get there. But like I said, I don't feel good. I don't hit any of the board. I could keep betting off. I'm going to check this over and I already know how this is going to go. Chris ends up raising me 1,500, and all I can do is kind of just sit back and lose this hand, so I got to throw it away. All right, guys, the hand of the vlog. You probably saw the thumbnail. 9-10 offsuit, one of my all-time favorite hands. So I'll go ahead and give you a backstory before you know. At this point in time, I have been playing pretty tight, which I don't usually play super tight. So I tell myself, no matter what, I'm gonna play this hand. 9-10's a good hand. You can get some pairs, get some straight equity. I like 9-10 a lot, so I call for 200. And you should know that there's a lot of guys at this table that I've played with, and I'll continue, but I flopped 9-10. So I flopped 2 pair, and of course I'm going to raise. And the guy to my left, I've never played with him at the same venue we have, but never at the same table. He looks like he's not a pro, but he looks like he plays a lot. I raised 700 and he re-raised me. So we get a 2, so 2 of spades. And I feel really good with my pair. I know that he's got an 8 on board, but I just think I got it. So I bet 700, and this is the first weird spot for me. So I bet a big bet of 700. And he's actually going to put in a raise. And I'm looking down. I got 2 pair. There's nothing really to me that he, in the moment, did he hit the board? Did he have trips? He did put in a 3-bet pre-flop, but I'm thinking maybe he has kings or something, or maybe even aces. But I beat aces, In my head, I beat one of those big pocket pairs. So I do put in the call. And then we're going to get a jack of hearts. Scare card, sure. And theoretically, if he has queens, he gets there. But from how the hand had played, and I will go ahead and say this, I had no idea if he was bluffing. I haven't played much with him, so to me, I've gone against some triple barrel bluffs in the past. I just don't think, though, I think my hand's too strong for me to not let him show it. There is a jack, so queen makes a straight, but the way it was played, I don't think he has ace-queen. I thought he had a higher pocket pair, which I beat. And sometimes it's better to not be a hero, but I tried to be a hero. I put down the money. Guys, he flopped a straight. He had it from the flop. So my 2 pair actually killed me in the end. He had queen, jack of spades, and I lose. All right, guys, so I'm playing on a short stack. Queen, 9 of spades. Regardless of where you're at, it's a pretty good hand. I wish I had a bigger stack so I could re-raise this, but I'm only going to call. And everyone I think, is going to call around. You saw blue chip. I think that was just a call in the moment. But yeah, after that tough hand, looking back at it, I played it all wrong. I should have folded. I was too close to the straight anyways with 8, 9, and 10. Typically, the thing that hurts 2 pairs is straights because they're close together. But anyways, flop's going to come. Queen, 10, 2. I finally get a little bit of good luck here, I guess. I hit top pair with not a good kicker, but top pair is tough to make. I got a spade also if I want. I think there's a lot of stuff I can do in this hand. So I think the best thing to do for me is put out a bet, defend my top pair so that way an ace and a king can't come up and beat me. I want to charge people. So I think it's going to check around to me, and I'm definitely going to raise. I forget in this moment how much I raised it up to. It looks like I just do 500. So yeah, I do 500, and I do get 1 call. At this moment, there's only 3 people playing, so the dealer's actually going to call. There's a fold. And, because I'm on a short stack, I got to shove if I get anything good. But another queen comes. So I have trip queens. I put out a bet, and I just show him the queens. I do end up winning that pot, so not bad. I probably could have slow played it a little bit, maybe checked back to him, but I just had to think that I wanted to get the money in the middle. Maybe he's calling me, but I win that small pot. All right, guys, so I just had a big win, and I was pretty happy. I got queens. Being on a short stack, probably about 2,500. Blinds are 2 and 4. There's not much you can do. I mean, you don't want to slow play queens because anyone with an ace or like ace with a 5 or 4 or 3 suited is gonna play and beat you if an ace comes. So I decided that I'm gonna go all in because I want to get all the money in the middle. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. So be it. But I guess it was a little bit strong, and I'm happy to win the blinds, but I'm gonna obviously go all in, and I think it's about 2,400, 2,500. And I'm gonna get no calls, so you'll look and see everyone's gonna fold around. At the end of the day, no action for my queens. They counted up. They're thinking about it, but they can't do it, which I can understand, because queens is hard to make pre-flop. But they're just gonna talk, and you'll see. They say good raise, and I was pretty happy with this hand. Unfortunately, I didn't have more money. Maybe I could have won a little bit more if I slow played them a little bit, maybe a big bet, but I'm going to win that pot. They're going to send it over to me. I'm going to show the table, and not bad. Yeah. All right, guys, so we have King, Jack of spades. Like I said, I love these suited connectors, especially when they're bigger hands. At this point, I probably have about 4,000 in my stack, so I haven't really recovered from that big loss early on, but I've made a little bit more money. So I've seen people go out left and right from me. So this hand I'm pretty good with just calling because I want to get more money in the middle. Anyways, so we get to a flop of Jack 10-2. I have top pair with a pretty good kicker. I'm never going to sit back. I'm definitely going to bet out, and I bet out for 800. And 800's not a min raise if the blinds are 400. It's like it's a little more than min raise. It's 800, so it's 2 blinds. That's not too crazy, but I'm gonna get no action. Everyone's gonna end up folding to me, and I'm gonna win. So can't really complain about that. So it's another small win. Maybe I could have slow played it. You guys tell me, but I feel pretty good about my decision making at that point, especially being a short stack. All right, guys. So back to the good old ace queen, and the blinds are 3 and 600. I'm probably about 3,800 or 3,900 in my stack, maybe slightly more after that win I was talking about, but I did go through the blinds. I'm not going to slow play, though. Ace queen's good. It could be slightly better if it was suited, but I'm not going to complain. I don't know when I'm going to get a good hand. Looking back at it, that ends up being ahead, you see, probably about 3,000 maybe, actually, so maybe I thought I had more, but I'm going to win that hand. No calls, so not bad. All right, guys, so this is a couple hands later. Queen, Jack suited. You know this hand's been good for me in the past. I'm a short stack. The blinds are 3 and 6, so I don't have much money. This is a great hand for me. I got a lot of options. I'm going to go all in, and the all-in number was 3,300, and I'm a little bit nervous when the guy to my left, he ends up calling fairly quickly. But other than that, it folds around, and getting a hand like this, being the short stack, it was been so much better if I could have played it post-flop, but I just didn't have the money for that, you know. I needed to get the money in the middle, hoping to get called by something, and I will tell you, when he actually showed me he had pocket sevens, so I'll take you out to the run out, but Queen Jack is suited, pretty good odds against a small pocket pair, you know, so I'll show you all that. I was hoping maybe he would let me through, but, you know, after he showed me the sevens, you can't feel bad at all. But anyways, I'll take you all to the run out, and y'all will see how I do. Let's see if it holds up.
You're going to put me out on my own YouTube vlog, man.
Oh, shit. What's your YouTube vlog name?
Gains with Goose.
Gains with Goose.
Alright, give me a queen or a jack, please. Nope. Oh, no. Hi, guys. What is up? I'm not even gonna lie. Usually you're used to it being dark when I film, and I went out super early. I got my butt handed to me, and I guess I would say it's because I got out of line. I played pretty strict poker, but like post-flop I got dominated, and typically pre-flop is when my game is weak, and I feel like I played pretty good pre-flop. Post-flop, though, I got dominated. Like, I got put in a position where you'll see the hand. It's the second or third hand. I went against a guy that was, he's not bad. He's pretty good, but he literally flopped the nuts, which means the best hand possible, and I flopped like the second or third best hand possible, and I couldn't believe it. Basically, it was 2 pair versus a straight. And he kind of just kept value betting me and value raising me. I kept calling because I figured maybe I haven't played with him enough, so I didn't know if he was bluffing. And he couldn't get away with it. I lost a lot of my stack there, which means when you're in tournament poker, once you lose a lot of your stack, you kind of have to bring your range in. And that's why you'll notice when I play a lot of other hands, my range is out here because I'm usually up. Today my range was here. Like I folded ace-5 to a min raise to 800, and I mean I could have called 800 and then it ended up being 2 5s on the flop. So like there's some crazy hands where like I just couldn't get away from the first couple. So I would say unfortunate day. Still third. That's not bad, but I learned some information about some players that I'm sure I will see him down the road. And you can't win them all. You know, I said such is life, and that's what it is. It's poker, you know, you cannot win everything. So anyways, guys, thank you for following the YouTube channel. I'm sorry I couldn't do well today. Maybe I'll throw in a couple hands at the end. I'll show you some of my hands from Sunday where I played better, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys. I'll see you.